The SKORNE Empire, Part 5, Warlocks of the SKORNE. Unlike the warlocks in service of their enemies, SKORNE warlocks gain their unique powers through the study of morphology, rather than through an inborn talent. This arcane art combines anatomical mastery with a deep metaphysical understanding of flesh and blood, and the power they hold in life and release in death. All SKORNE warlocks are trained in morphology and are its most fundamentally and through its foremost fundamental applications, they dominate the wills of their slaves and vassals and draw strength from their mighty war beasts. In addition, morphology can also keep a mortally wounded soldier battling well beyond his limits of his flesh or spur troops and war beasts to new heights of carnage. Though all SKORNE warlocks practice morphology, indeed it is nearly impossible for a SKORNE warrior to achieve any significant rank without some knowledge of this art. There is a deep divide between those who harness its power simply for the advantages it gains them in battle, and those who plumb its deeper mysteries. Those in the first group include some of the most disciplined and militaristic warlocks of the SKORNE Empire. These SKORNE specialize in battlefield application of morphology, using it to enhance their already keen tactical minds and fearsome skills at combat. Warlocks in the second group seek a deeper understanding of morphology in order to unlock the secrets of life's animating forces, the eternal energy of the spirit. A few morphologists may feel the deeper calling to join the extoller class, a specialization that occupies a similar role in SKORNE society as priests among the Western nations. Extollers must prove their dedication to this path by plucking out an eye and replacing it with a crystal oculus sensitive to the exclusive energies of the soul. Other warlocks have different means to view and manipulate these spiritual energies, both to augment their allies and to destroy their enemies. These warlocks possess terrible insight into the powers of blood, flesh, and pain. To become a master of a house in SKORNE society requires sufficient command of morphology to become a warlock, as their powers are considered essential for the survival and domination of subordinates. For this reason, many of the most esteemed SKORNE warlocks are dominars and tyrants in charge of their very own houses. Whether in the service of the army of the Western Reaches or seen into their own interests, these lords often command potent house levies of SKORNE who owe them personal allegiances, both in life and death. SKORNE warlocks are pivotally important to the Empire's western expanse, and their efforts often make the difference between victory and defeat. Eager to further glory and renown for themselves, the houses they lead, they display discipline and fearlessness on the battlefield. Often, those warlocks who prove victorious in battle, as well as their masters of these dark arts, are often found worthy of exaltation and are preserved by the extollers against the final darkness of obliteration for centuries or even millennia to come. What better reason can a warlock have to conquer all that lies before him? Addendum: SKORNE weapons and armor. As the lord of these houses, SKORNE warlocks have access to the accumulated lore and knowledge of their long-dead ancestors through the preservational techniques of the extoller class. The exalted essences of worthy house forebears are contained within sacral stones, pieces of which are sometimes integrated into the armor and weapons carried by the warlocks. These artifacts gain great power from the very spirits contained within them and are some of the most potent arcane weapons wielded by the SKORNE. Some warlocks, especially those who dabble in the extoller's craft, can even communicate with the spirits within these sacral stones they carry, gaining valuable secrets from their ancient ancestors.